he's definitely proven himself to be.
Oh,
way smarter
hello.
than the
Oh,
average
hello,
DSA
hello.
person. But as I was saying, the average D+ margin for the seats that DSA people are targeting in this cycle, guys, it's plus 30. 30, okay? Oh, I didn't know Hutch was Islamophobic. Jesus Christ.
And he says Jesus Christ right after to prove it.
Shit right now. You bring too much heat on me right now. D plus 30, that's the average seat that they're targeting, okay? They are not targeting any seat that is even remotely competitive. So when people are like, well, the fucking DSA, they're taking over, the establishment's getting their fucking clock cleaned. Like, are they? What is this based on? The DSA went from 6 elected congressmen and women in 2018 to 7 in 2029 when the next Congress is sworn in. They've won like.
Why is Hutch being retarded?
Beaten, like,
wait, is he?
4 or 5 incumbents out of a House caucus of like 200 Democrats. So let's just like scale it down a notch and be realistic about what they've actually gotten done.
Collaboratives. I mean, listen. I need you guys to understand something, okay? Morse Cats and the Fight Agency.
You want to know what I could bring to the table? Kai Sinet, do you want to know what I could bring to the table?
We want to eat. We want to eat. 1, 2, 3. We hungry. Bitch ass nigga.
Whoa!
Kai Sinet, they call me A.
Are you going to be voting for Count Binface?
Kids,
yes
they just be
or
saying
no?
anything. But
how do they? What's their number for dogs?
So it's going to be Nigel Farage versus Count Binface because Labor and Liberals all said they're not putting somebody up.
Wait, why?
I don't know. I don't think they want to legitimize his bullshit. So
Wait,
just
is this for like an MP election or?
This is a parliamentary special election because Farage today announced that he is resigning, but he's rerunning.
What?
Because he wants to like say that the voters, chose him.
Okay.
Gonna be cinema.
Wait. Wait, okay, hold on, wait. British politics fuck me up, fam.
Waiting.
What? Okay, wait. When did Farage become a member of parliament? 2 years ago. Was that the first time? Or has he always been an MP?
I think he's been an MP for a long time, right? Because he did the whole Brexit shit.
Yeah, but I always thought he worked from like outside the parliament. How the fuck is this guy in their parliament? Holy shit. Okay, whatever. Wait, so he won his election then, and now he's dropping out and having another election just to prove that.
Yeah, because he was getting foreign money or whatever, and people.
Yeah,
were
I remember.
mad about it.
Oh,
yeah,
so it's like, but he's running against the Binface guy. Wait,
well,
okay.
Nobody else is gonna run, so yeah, it's just gonna be Binface.
Well,
the UK has actually the chance to do the funniest thing.
The Brits can make a big comeback.
Oh my god. Please, God.
When is this election? Okay, hold on. I got this email.
Months, right?
I got this email a few hours ago, and I didn't know what the fuck this was, and I just kind of ignored it. But now I guess I understand why this guy emailed me this. Hold on.
We're flying to the UK, boys.
So the title of this email was Big UK/Farage News. Someone may bring this up today or tomorrow, but there's been an interesting development with Farage. So amazingly, the quote, I got given a £5 million mystery donation just before I decided to run for parliament, but trust me, they weren't connected at all, end quote, line isn't working. I don't know if you already watched the interview clip where he's trying to claim nobody cares about it. Since then, more shit has come out about other gifts, donations, and funding he received from George Cottrell, someone your country indicted, who is a British financier and political activist. He was convicted of felony wire fraud in the United States in 2017. Okay.
Another financier.
And then Cottrell's indictment states how in 2014 he met with undercover IRS federal agents in Las Vegas where he conspired to launder millions of dollars worth of drug money using offshore bank accounts. Anyway, he's ended up taking the apparently strange move of resigning from his seat to trigger a by-election, a special election, which he's going to run in. As I see it, there are 3 reasons he could be doing this. 1, he wants to lose and leave the House of Commons, and the hopes that he'll be under less scrutiny and that the current standards inquiry into the many bribes he's taken gets shelved. Then he can pop back up in 2029 as somehow still being a fresh-faced outsider against the establishment. Or 2, he wants to win, but is somehow hoping this resets his parliamentary term and so negates the standards inquiry. I don't think this is likely, given that there's no particular reason to stop the ongoing inquiry if he's going to re-enter Parliament. In either case, I think an underlooked aspect of this is the secondary benefit of having a by-election. 3, the election gives him a larger media platform to explicitly run anti-establishment attacks from. He's already claimed this will be a people versus establishment election. However, he might also hope that the UK broadcaster impartiality laws in the run-up to an election will make it hard, if not impossible, for the media to continue to report on the scandal without being accused of political bias against him. Whatever happens, you should expect to hear that line. Nobody should be talking about the donations in the run-up to the election, either from him or from his defenders, like Konstantin Kisin or Asmongold Types. Personally, I'm glad the pressure is clearly getting to him and that it feels as if the media is still capable of, and is only just starting to actually hold into account. It feels a lot like ISIS. It's easy to be a terrorist, but if you try to convert that to holding real power, then the big players will push your shit in. Well, interesting.
Oh my god. If Count Binface wins, I'll kill myself. That would be so awesome.
Really?
I can't think of anything better, man.
After several years out of politics, I decided to return to the front line. I have to say, there was some reluctance, and initially I'd thought, when Rishi Sunak called a snap election, that it would be beyond me. But I did it, and I was very, very proud. That evening, going into the morning of July the 5th, 2024, to be the elected member for Clacton-on-Sea. I was very proud of that evening, and I have to say, the last 2 years, I've really enjoyed the job of being an MP. The people, the constituency, it's an office that I genuinely adore. I couldn't have believed that night that we'd have rocketed to the top of the opinion polls, and now we've been number 1 for the last 350 opinion polls in a row, often with big leads. We've also built the biggest membership of any political party in the country. And of course, on May the 7th, just gone, we achieved some huge successes in the local elections. Not only did we achieve breakthroughs in Scotland and in Wales, but we absolutely dominated in the Midlands and the North, the old Labour heartlands. And that is why Keir Starmer is now on his way out. Not to forget that in East Anglia, the Conservatives have now by us been reduced to nothing more than a rump. It seems to me that the establishment have now decided that they can't beat us fairly, so they've chosen to use foul means. Let me be absolutely clear. After the furore and the media pile-on, well, not just the media, the other political parties too, let me be absolutely clear. I have done nothing wrong. I have not broken the law in any way at all. I have not misused public money. And you know, for the first 2 years of being an MP, my personal MP expenses are zero. Not, of course, that you'll read about that in mainstream media. And yes, of course, Parliament has its rules about how members ought to behave. And I believe I've absolutely obeyed those rules and done so under getting good legal advice. The standard rules...
Oh, hold on, just as a quick thing, because I see some chatter, okay? Or I saw some chatter yesterday, all right?
Okay.
If for some reason Platner doesn't get kicked out or whatever of the upcoming election, and he's the Democratic candidate, I think that he should be forced to apologize to his victim after he's voted into office, because I'd still vote for him over the fucking Republic. I would still vote for him. I would still... Not even close! Just saying. Putting that out there, okay?
Are clear. This is what they say. The code applies to members in all aspects of their public life. It does not seek to regulate what members do in their purely personal lives. Though it would seem from the last couple of years, from the way I've been treated, that the press would rather our members of parliament had no assets and no wealth at all. They seem to fundamentally object to any MP that has...
How is it that in the UK everybody's poorer than in the US, but your politician bribes are crazy? £5 million gift? That's crazy. £5 million? How do... It's just so much money. Jesus.
You can bribe a politician here for 20K.
That's crazy.
Outside income. Indeed, they view those that have continuing business interests with severe skepticism. Making money is not a crime. Now, going back to the 90s, I was in the...
What a king! Absolute king! He's a king!
Commodity markets. I had a very, very good, high-earning career. I gave that up at a huge cost. Being a member of the European Parliament for 20 years cost me a huge amount of money, but I did it.
Listen, people are saying, isn't this what cost MAGA the movement? It's, Platner, this is a fixable problem, okay? The problem is that you guys are trapped in the 1900s when it comes to doing politics. You're not thinking, okay? You're not thinking like a modern man, all right? What was Platner's issue? He broke into the woman's house. Okay, he raped her. Okay, right, sure. But he was blackout drunk, okay? Haven't you seen RoboCop? We have the technology, all right? This is what we need. Chastity cage unlocked by a breathalyzer test. Boom. Problem solved.
Simple.
Now you have now you don't have to worry about anything. Easy. There you go. Guy's drunk. Well, he's not going to be up to no good. Boom. Fixed.
Because I had a goal. I had a goal and a belief that we should leave the European Union, get back to being a self-regulating nation that makes its own laws.
Yeah, in fact, I would say, if he truly was blackout drunk and the woman was sober, I'm just saying, in a video game.
Michael Tracy was saying that on Twitter, actually.
Oh, God. Of course he was.
Its own destiny, and among
other
things...
Whoa, name drop!
Regulating nation that makes its own laws, charts its own destiny, and among other things,
like
of course,
Destiny did this
controls its own borders. We might not yet, 10 years on, have reaped as many of the benefits as we ought, but one day, I believe we will. And let's be frank, if I hadn't done what I'd done, there would have been no referendum, there would have been no Brexit. I came out at the end of that with very little money indeed. But over the last 10 years, I've been writing, I've been lecturing, I've been broadcasting, I've been investing. I promoted one or two financial products, and for those that followed me into them, they've more than doubled their money, which I'm pleased about. I also worked extensively in those years.
Also, hold on, just as a quick thing, okay? Maybe, because you guys are software guys, all of you guys are programmers, okay? You'll get this one, all right? Okay, moot and quiz, all right? Mm-hmm. If you go to a company and you see they're running some old-ass operating system, or they've got software that's like, 4 or 5 years old, and some guy comes along and he's like, why don't we switch to the newest and greatest thing? It's got like a whole new feature set, and it can do more shit. Why don't you do it?
Why don't I swap to the new fucking thing? Because all the shit's working right now.
Yeah, it's working. It's reliable. Reliability and security, right? Reliability and security. When you have these politicians, especially old ones, okay? If you've got a guy running for office who's 72 years old and they've been in office for 30 years, there's no new accusations coming out about this guy. Or for people that have been doing politics for a long time, like you kind of know, what you're going to get when it comes to these people. I truly do believe that people severely underestimate the amount of like public scrutiny that people in the public eye get. And they think that like they can hide things. I don't know. Like I remember for the longest time, I guess ironic now, given that I'm being sued partially for being a pedophile, whatever the fuck, just kidding. But like, I remember one of my biggest fears was when I started to do politics more seriously, was that like somebody was going to come out and say like, oh, well, when I talked to Destiny in 20, what year would it have been? Jesus. In like 2011, I was actually 17 instead of 20. I lied and some bullshit like this. I'd be like, oh God, now my whole shit is fucked or whatever. This is a thing that I worried about. And then when I fight other people online, I also fall into this weird trap of like, somebody's attacking me and it's like I don't know anything about this person and like they're I always assume people's backgrounds must be so clean, but then as soon as I start fighting with somebody, you know, like all of these skeletons get dug up. I don't understand how Platner had this sitting in his background and he's just like, fuck it, let's roll the dice, maybe nobody will say anything. That's just crazy to me, you know? Like,
yeah,
I don't know, that's just insane to me. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's I think, but I think this actually explains a lot of the people that will attack me despite having insane skeletons in their closet. I think that when somebody sees me and they see all the drama that I've been involved in, they make the same calculation that they make for a normal person. We're like, oh, well, Destiny's been involved in this and this. There must be so much more in the background lurking, right? If he's been involved in this and this, because in their normal lives, you know, like maybe 5% of people's fuck shit ever actually gets outed or discovered. But the reality is, if you're a super public figure, like 95, depending on, I guess, your career, like anywhere from 50 to 95% of your shit is completely fucking out. This is why I've said over and over again, as much as everybody hates me for it, I don't think Trump raped any fucking young women. I don't think he fucked any, you know, little girl. I don't think he did. Because there's just no possible way that a guy who's that connected, that so many people know about, could have kept that secret for so long, you know? But people really do underestimate the scrutiny that public figures are under. And then with that scrutiny comes, for better or for worse, you know, like some level of, you know, I know what I'm getting, right? Here's this guy, here's all the shit attached to him, you need, for better or for worse, but like, I know what I'm getting with this guy because he's already been kind of like publicly, reputationally ransacked and scrutinized and observed and everything else. Yeah, but you're getting this brand new person who's never been under that microscope before, especially, okay, not to be taking any particular person down, okay, but like, especially a military person who's deployed that many times. Like military people, I love our military. I respect everybody, but military people oftentimes can be up to some fuck shit. Okay, like whether it's cheating and infidelity, whether it's, you know, drinking, whether it's PTSD related things when they come home. There's just a lot of like extra things that go along there. You got to be real careful. Just like throwing a fresh face into something and then, yeah. But good luck.
Years of 2021 to 2024 as an influencer with over 7 million followers on social media. So yes, over the last 10 years, I have financially done well, but that of itself should not be looked upon as a crime. And yes, I had the equivalent of a lottery win, a large personal gift. And I'll come to that and the details of that.
A lottery win?
In just a second. The really big question that I want to pose is, do we want leaders that know how to make money? Do we want leaders that have run businesses, employed people, and understand how the world works? Well, I'm going to argue today, we absolutely need successful people from all walks of life, but particularly from business and industry. We need them not just in Parliament, we need them in government if we're even going to have half a chance of turning around the dire economic state this country now finds itself in. Contrast that.
Oh! And also, I'm sorry, but Hutch was absolutely correct, and so was the soy pill. These guys should be getting raked over the coals for this, because remember, when all the people were criticizing Platner, it wasn't just on the Nazi tattoo. It was, for all the political pundits, it wasn't just on whatever cheating scandal, whatever bullshit. It was the fact that like there's a lot of stuff that's kind of like coming out about this guy that you were kind of selling to us as like almost like a goody two shoe, super clean. You know, if you're gonna be out here calling other people the Epstein class, sorry, son, mind fucked me. Whatever else, like you got to be careful that your candidate is like has a pretty clean background, right? And this guy hasn't been tested at all, anything, right? I remember these John tweets when him and Frank were fighting. Didn't Favreau, didn't he delete this one? Let me know when a far lefty candidate appears with a Nazi sympathizer and we can chat. Actually, I don't think he deleted it. I think he kept it up on my chat, so he deleted it, but it's still there, right? Let me know when a far lefty candidate appears with a Nazi sympathizer and we can chat. And then obviously you get, our good friend Platner. And then people were kind of roasting him on this, so that he kind of was like, whatever, it's not a big deal. But then now obviously it's
pretty big deal.
Wait, I don't understand this tweet actually. Hold on. Didn't wait, the lefties really went for the Nazi pedo as their candidate. Well, hold on. I don't think there's any pedophile accusation. Wait, are there for Platner?
There was that one tweet about him in Afghanistan or whatever, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, no, nothing about that was substantiated, yeah. Somebody in chat said they did a shitty background check. So, in my humble opinion, I think that background checks are... It's got to be a person who's like very well. Actually, I'm talking short. I don't know anything. Never mind. Maybe background checker people are really good. I'm probably overestimating from my own personal experience. When I hired a private investigator, they suck shit, and the people that have stalked my life are beyond dedicated. And I don't know, like, if you wanted to PI investigate my life, I feel like you'd have a better time going to like Kiwi Farms. Yeah, you would. You'd hire Bluff. Why the fuck would you hire a random person when another guy is willing to put in so much more, time and effort, everything else? Yeah.
That with a cabinet, 24 men and women, not one of whom has any serious experience.
There's also something to be said for when you're doing an investigation on a background check or whatever, you're looking for stuff that's kind of already a little bit out there. But when somebody goes public and the board shakes a little bit, there might be a whole bunch of other stuff that comes up now because other people see that guy's public too that you would have never found before too,
Experience of
them not even knowing about his tattoo is pretty goofy though, but...
private business who frankly haven't got a clue, so don't be surprised that in economic terms we are going down the drain. Now, Standards investigating me over the gift has now reared its head again as a result of a lot of copy in this week's Sunday Times, incidentally written by a journalist who publicly says that he despises me, and despite the fact that many of the things that were written in the article were wholly inaccurate or indeed irrelevant, yet another Standards investigation is underway. Standards are now being used as a political tool. On the gift, it was given to me on an unconditional basis. I can do with that money exactly as I wish. But there is a much bigger reason why I'm going to need that money, and it's simply this.
Oh, to fund his campaign? So he's not going to fundraise? He's not going to accept public money? Can you fundraise in Bonger elections? You must be able to, right? Wait, can you donate to Bongers for their elections? Why do I feel like I never hear this promoted? Yeah, you can. Okay. Maybe just because I live in the US, I guess. Destiny, background checks are generally done on only official standards, charges, records, history, and all that stuff. You can't compare how PIs do background checks to how much people know about you. Well, a private investigator should not just be checking records. If you hire a PI, they should be digging into personal stuff as well, I would imagine, right? Because now, especially with all the OSINT tools available now, you can run probably as good a background check as any PI if you know what to look for, or better if you know what to look for.
For over 20 years now, I have been subject to constant demonization by the press for daring to be outside the consensual view on many.
A thorough background check of a Senate candidate, which has become standard practice in key races, can take several weeks and cost roughly $20,000 or a monthly retainer. Moraf asked for an expedited, cheaper review to be done within days, according to people familiar with the matter. Oh, and this is a June 21st article. The mad scientist behind Graham Platner's scandal-plagued rise. Ooh. The Democrats are about to go raid every retirement home in Maine to find their next candidate.
Yeah, they fucking are, man.
Many issues I've been attacked again and again.
I was always confused about the legality of PI as a profession. They aren't really cops' rights, or they aren't really cops' right. What limits do they have? In some ways, they probably have a lot more investigative freedom, and then the only tool that they're really missing is they can't like force people to answer questions. They don't have subpoena power, basically, right? The advantage of a prosecutor or the police don't really investigate. The prosecutor, I guess, doing an investigation for a case is that a prosecutor can go to a website and say, you have to give me your records. I'm giving you a judicial warrant, a subpoena signed by a judge for them. Or I can detain somebody and potentially ask them questions or whatever. Well, although I guess actually you can't detain somebody without probable cause, or you can't arrest them and force them to answer. The person could just say fuck off. But a PI, I think, can do a lot more stuff because they're not like trying to file a case against you. So it's not like it has to survive a court process or whatever. Like if a PI could sneak into a backyard and look through a trash can or some bullshit, or well, they shouldn't do this, but like if they could hack an account or something, look through emails, they could use that and give that to you, but a police officer wouldn't be able to, or an investigator wouldn't be able to.
I think cops might be able to do the trash can thing because
no, I understand.
Okay, sorry.
That's why I said break in to your backyard.
Yep,
if it's publicly, yeah. So don't ever try to correct me, ever. Apologize.
Sorry, I'm sorry, sir.
Thank you.
And I am
Please don't.
the most physically
Please don't put up a boundary on
and
me.
verbally attacked
Don't shut the fuck up.
public figure or politician of modern times. Yes, you will know of some of the incidents.
PI cannot detain. The only thing they have more access to is being able to code 8, park outside of people's homes, or to run people on GCIS.
They technically could detain if they did like a citizen's arrest.
Well, yeah, you have to see somebody like committing a felony or something
know.
for that. Yeah.
Just want to put that out.
Shakes thrown in my face, placards bashed over my...
Did you see the Supreme Court case about cell phone searches? No, what was it?
I didn't see it.
my head. But let me promise you, you only know about a fraction of the number of times that I've been assaulted. One little example you've probably never heard of.
Uh-oh.
It was a Sunday afternoon a few years ago in the local village pub. In come the mob, about 50 of them. We decided the safest thing to do was as quickly as possible to get into the car and to drive away. But the mob surrounded the car, banging on the bonnet and the windscreen, kicking the side of the doors. It was a genuinely dangerous and terrifying situation to be in. The car was written off. I didn't even bother with an insurance claim and did everything I could not to make it public. But these are the kind of things that I've had to put up with over many, many years. And over the last year it's got worse, with an attack on my home, very similar to the one that the Prime Minister suffered, and literally daily online calls for me to be murdered.
What?
For some reason, that doesn't seem to worry the police. Repeatedly over the years, I asked the Home Secretary for help. I was rejected again and again. And in that period, when I wasn't in elected politics, between 2021 and 2024, I ran up personally very, very substantial bills to make sure that I was safe. When I became an MP, Parliament said, yes, we will help you with security. But almost unbelievably, just a couple of days after the murder of Charlie Kirk, 70% of that security funding was withdrawn. I am going to need security for the rest of my life, and I cannot even tell you how grateful I am to Christopher Harborne, because now I will never ever need to worry about whether I've got the resource. Well, the new attack from the media is that somehow I am a crook, I am dishonest. Yet another reason to hate me. Commentators over the weekend have said, oh, look at the interviews Nigel's doing. He's not himself. He's getting angry. Well, here's why. For some reason last week, the editor of the Times newspaper decided to publish a picture of where my daughter lives. There is no public interest in my...
Wait, what the fuck is this article? UKIP leader Nigel Farage's 2010 plane crash while campaigning. Jesus Christ. With a UKIP banner. Oh no. This is kind of, I guess, like an allegory for all of Brexit, kind of.
My daughter whatsoever. She is not involved in publish a picture of where my daughter lives. There is no public interest in my daughter whatsoever. She is not involved in current affairs, doesn't seek to be involved in current affairs and has never been used by me once at any point in my political career. No photograph.
Also, Nigel posted the photo first himself, if I recall.
Mistake not to declare the gifts from George Cottrell, sir.
You tell your bosses you harass my family anymore.
Harris.
And I'll take you with serious consequences. That's what your organisation has done this morning. Go away.
A mistake not to declare.
Damn. Nigel Farage is complaining about the Times publishing a picture of this house owned by him that's been in the public domain for over a decade after previously posing in front of it. Under the code, MPs are exempt from declaring homes occupied by their family or friends, and at present, Farage's daughter is living in the property. However, the fact that an unrelated man also lives at the address complicates the picture. The rules state that MPs must declare any properties where they receive rent of more than £10,000 a year, which amounts to £833 a month.
So it's a nothing burger then.
What?
It.
Yes.
On election addresses or anything like that. I've always done my absolute best to protect the privacy and safety of my family. By publishing that photograph, the editor of the Times has directly threatened her security.
Wow.
I wonder what happened to the Leveson inquiry of years ago, an inquiry that sought to bring better balance between what the press could do and families of those in public life. Worse still, she now has broadcasters haranguing her. Sky News were one of them, and when I questioned them on it, they willfully and deliberately lied and said on their channel that they hadn't contacted the family. Well, let me be clear. I will not tolerate intimidation of my family. I will not tolerate the location of where they live being revealed. I will not tolerate any of my family being endangered because of what I choose to do in public life. So yes, you can ask, am I angry? But I've never been angrier in my life.
What is that? What is he going to do? I mean, what?
I'm also pretty upset with the behaviour of this Labour government. They began in 2025 and then tried again into 2026 to cancel elections for taxpayers, and to do so on a vast and epic scale, albeit with the connivance of the Conservative Party. Why? Well, of course, fear of reform. I'm proud of the fact that we fought a legal action that got nearly 5 million council tax voters the right to go out on May the 7th and give their view. Now, of course, they want to reduce the voting age down to 16. Again, they think that will help damage reform. And just a couple of weeks ago, following the Makerfield by-election, they've changed the voting rules for the Manchester mayoral by-election. They've gone away from first past the post, again for fear that reform might win. And now they've come after our money. Now, to be clear, in the early days after the last general election, it was the huge increase in our membership at £25 a time that actually got us into a position where we could build a proper party. Over the last year, some big donors have been attracted to us. Extraordinary. These are men who've gone off as entrepreneurs around the world and succeeded. The sort of people we used to admire over centuries. Now government ministers refer to them in Parliament as malign actors. And so they keep changing all the rules again and again just to stop reform. Frankly, it is like living in a communist country. I could never have believed such a thing would happen here. Ignore the fact, of course, that over decades peerages have been given to donors, and that Labour's donors, in the run-up to the 2024 general election, now seem to have been awarded the most extraordinary government contracts. Perhaps Dominic Cummings was right last year when he said, Whitehall will break the law to stop reform winning power. And we've been subject in the last few months to the use of illegally obtained information, firm evidence of computer hacking, and now leaks from government agencies.
Wait, is that true? Did somebody hack something to find out the bribe or whatever? Or I'm sorry, not bribe, my bad. The gift, the cash money gift with no strings attached.
Yeah, the cash money.
Wait, how does anybody ever get charged with bribery ever? If everybody can't everybody just say there were no strings attached? I guess you'd have to prove whatever the quid pro quo was. Whatever.
All, of course, a great distraction because we're about to get a...
I want friends. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I wish I had friends that just gave me free money, but I guess technically that's my job, huh? Yeah, hell yeah.
Prime Minister who's coming in
to be a billionaire.
Don't remind me, Moot. I remember.
We were so close.
You remember?
With no mandate whatsoever. He didn't even stand on the 2024 manifesto. This country needs a general election, even if Labour, the Conservatives and the media don't want it. And whilst this pile-on against reform happens, the boats continue to cross the English Channel. Our fractured defences make us look weaker and weaker against what I think is now an increasingly dangerous Vladimir Putin. Business confidence is the lowest it's now been for 16 years, and I speak to you from a capital city where men can't wear watches and women can't wear jewellery on the street. Britain is broken and the public know it, and we need change. Now, the issue with my daughter was the final straw. Enough is enough. And I thought over the weekend, what shall I do? I could go out and try and make some real big money. I could go to the USA, where I've got plenty of offers. And then I thought, why should I be judged, today or in history in the future, by Sky News and their ilk? Why should they be the people?
Oh, okay. That's why I don't hear about it. You can fundraise in British elections, but they have limits to how much every member of parliament can spend on an election at £54,010. So massive donations can't do too much unless you're really fucky with it. Do you guys have like non-aligned spending or whatever? Like if I'm just like a private citizen in the UK and I want to run an ad that says you should elect Nigel Farage, are there like restrictions on that or something? Or if I just want to run like an ad saying, you know, fuck the Conservative or Labour Party or whatever, can I do that? Or Destiny, £5 million is a massive outlier for British politics. I would imagine so. Yeah, that's a lot of money in the that's a lot of money anywhere. That's a crazy amount of money to just be giving. That's an insane amount.
Lifetime's worth of money.
That's a crazy amount of money. That's just an insane amount of money to give. That's crazy.
That decide my fate.
Destiny, I've never seen a political ad like that in the UK. Well.
When, as I repeat, I've done nothing wrong. I've thought about it hard, and I've decided today I will resign as a Member of Parliament for Clacton-on-Sea, thereby forcing a by-election, which would happen, I hope, in short order. No, I've decided that the people of Clacton should be the judges of my actions. This will be a people versus the establishment by-election. It's a chance to stick two fingers up to the entire establishment, to frankly tell them where to go. And that is why I will
elect Captain
be putting my name forward to stand in this by-election. I will fight to win. I will fight to continue the political revolution.
What did he win his last election by? What were the final results? This is fucking awesome, actually. I'm being sued for a bunch of bullshit. I resign as Destiny from Destiny.gg, and we're going to hold a subscriber-weighted poll tonight to see who the next Destiny should be. I'm going to let the people decide. Jesus.
That reform has started. And I would say this to you, the voters of Clacton.
Yeah,
if
my face when Hutch wins. Fuck.
I win, you win. Because if I lose, they win. And we will never, with the two old parties, get the type of fundamental change that we need to fix broken Britain. I've thought about it hard.
Broken Britain.
Whatever.
Oh, damn. Okay, well. Oh, damn. Okay. What a fucking bitch. Oh, my God. What part of England is this so I could never fucking go here ever?
How big did he win?
A lot. It was he almost got a majority of the vote. He got 46.2%, and then the next highest is 27.9, and it was conservative too. So
Jesus, he fucking won one.
Yeah, they crushed this.
All right, Steve.
He literally
We're
shopped around for the best district. He has no connection to the area. Oh, you don't have to live or whatever where you... God, dude, I hate... Every time I learn a new thing about the British political system, I just hate it even more. And I also... My country is just so great because we came from you guys. And, well, to be fair, you probably didn't have whatever the fuck this nightmare was back then, so... But Jesus Christ. Well, that's even less of an excuse. You guys should have just copied our shit after we came away from you and made our own shit. What the fuck? What did you say?
Well, I'm pushing Obama. He needs to move to Maine, quick.
True. We call what he did parachuting? Okay, well, we need to parachute somebody into fucking Maine.
That's what I've been saying.
I'll go, let me go tell my good friend. Adam.
Adam?
Yeah. I'll coach him up.
I'm not opposed to it. He'd be a good pick for Maine.
Okay.
Oh, I hate to tell you, but you missed some Keno soccer earlier.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually a good game. It was 0-2, and then it came back to 3-2. Sheesh.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
It was.
Okay, hold on. I'm still doing messages. I'm almost done.
Who you messaging? Your mom.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So apparently, Mr. Andrew Wilson is engaging in stolen valor.
What's that?
When were you in the Army?
I was in the Army for a very limited amount of time, years and years ago.
How long was that very limited amount of time, if you don't mind me asking?
It wasn't very long, about a year.
Yeah, so did you serve, Andrew?
I did not, no.
Before these scammers cry about me taking this out of context,
Uh-oh.
Here's the full context.
And that's pretty much independent of intelligence.
They seem to be joining the Army based around patriotism, the ability to get paid, the ability to do things like that. What's that?
When were you in the Army?
I was in the Army for a very limited amount of time, years and years ago.
How long was that very limited amount of time, if you don't mind me asking?
It wasn't very long, about a year.
About a year. So what happened?
Well, it doesn't matter what happened.
Is it even normally possible for
no, usually on 4-year stints.
Yeah, 4 years or more for contracts,
You would
right?
have to get like
So 1 year you got
discharge
discharged for some reason, yeah. Chad doesn't know Tree fucking hates Destiny and snarked the shit out of it. I don't know if she snarked the shit out of me. I think she just believed all the Pixie allegations when they came out, right? But I don't know if she. Yeah, yeah, definitely. But I don't know if she snarked the shit out of me or anything. Or maybe she did. I messed up. But
We're talking about service, man.
What about it?
So you want to disenfranchise people based on military service? I actually know why most people join the
What are
Army.
you talking about? How would I disenfranchise them based on military service?
No, you
it
said
would be
you
the
wanted to
opposite.
disenfranchise those
If you're
who
requiring
don't.
people to serve
No,
in
it wouldn't
military.
require them to serve in the Army.
There had to be some sort of service which was rendered before you were allowed to vote, yeah.
Like military?
Military service, maybe.
Yeah, so did you serve, Andrew?
okay, hold on. I haven't been following this because listen, people do say crazy things. Does he actually think that there's like a huge conspiracy around the Charlie Kirk killing, or is that like a meme? I can't tell now. I think it's to fuel the division on the right. Well, because she's Jewish, right? He is Jewish. So if she doesn't think that Tyler Robinson did it, I don't think she can say Israel did it. So how many other?
He doesn't think.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a meme or not. I'm not sure.
Why don't you just message her?
Well, because what if I find out she's like a full conspiracy person?
Well, then you have to contend with that. Wasn't it better to know?
No, it's not.
Andrew?
I did not, no.
So then you wouldn't qualify, huh?
Did I say it was exclusive to military service, though?
Well, I don't understand. What other kind of public service could you do besides defending your country?
I just gave you several.
Excuse me, I know that you're a red pill mother, but here's the deal. I'm going to put you on mute while I finish because you clearly don't let women finish.
You asked me a question.
So there's nothing more patriotic and more civil service in your point of view, or my point of view, than there is defending your country, which you didn't have the testicular fortitude to do. And so for you to go, maybe if you served in the military, is wild, Andrew.
Stolen valor is the act of false.
What is this video? I don't even. Okay, whatever.
Claiming or implying that you served in the military, or exaggerating your military service, valor, honors, etc. Stolen valor typically harms well-being,
Just let him
physical,
get
mental, and
snarked, man.
social health
Really?
by betraying veterans who genuinely endured trauma, creating resentment and distrust, damaging the liar's integrity and psychological stability. When it comes to social health, this can diminish trust between citizens. This can also cheapen honors that exist to honor extraordinary sacrifice. This is also direct evidence of bad faith engagement. It violates honesty and sincerity of intention. People like Andrew Wilson, who seem to be lying about military service, should be held accountable for things like this.
Wow. Is stolen valor like an actual crime, or is it
I
like
feel like it actually is.
Oh, maybe you have to profit from it? I mean, if you're a YouTuber, I don't know.
Get snark.
Oh my god. Shut up. What's going on with this hearing or whatever?
The Taylor Robinson one?
Yeah.
Been boring.
Wait, for evidence so far in this case, we don't have him on camera shooting Charlie, right?
No.
There's only that video of him of somebody running across the building, right?
I haven't even seen that, but I think maybe I have.
It's like pixels, I think, right? Like we don't have. It's not like a. There's not like a strong.
I don't know what they're gonna get this guy on, man.
The video of the person hopping off the roof. Oh man. Do they have at least like? Can they prove that the gun was the one?
Do they have the shell casing? Because I know earlier they were talking about that there was no shell casing on the roof. Because duh, it's a bolt action rifle. Did they ever find the shell? Because the shell can tie it to the gun.
Oof. I'm just trying to think. Remember, it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, which is the highest burden.
There must have been a did he leave the cartridge in the gun after firing? He must have, right? They must have that. I'm trying to remember now what they even said.
What I feel like is going to happen is this is going to be this generation's
OJ Simpson.
OJ, and then there was the other girl who killed her daughter, Casey Anthony. People are going to learn that beyond a reasonable doubt's a big fucking burden.
Wait, hold on. Shrek 2 just said Destiny was never found. Is that true? Wait, a spent 30-06 shell casing was recovered with or near the rifle found after the shooting. According to the ATF, that casing was conclusively matched to the recovered rifle through. Okay, so they do have the cartridge that was fired, where the bullet was fired. Can't they place him on the roof with a gun No, I don't think they can. Not with the video. The video stuff is all like super blurry. Like even him jumping off the back, I don't think the resolution is quite good enough. I would have to rewatch that video of him jumping off the roof again though, but I don't think it's that great. No, it's not that great. Remember, because I remember we were debating whether or not he like dropped the gun off the roof because you couldn't tell because we're talking like pixels for like his arm and hanging off the building and shit. It was like pretty. It just wasn't high enough resolution for it. There's new footage here.
This is a jury trial, correct, chat?
It has to be, right?
That's what I figured.
Let's go ahead and put it on all screens. No, I appreciate it. Is so it is admitted and may be published to the screens. And just want to make sure it's on your screen, Agent. All right. All right, Mr. Sturgill, you may proceed.
Appreciate that, Judge. Thank you. Go ahead. Okay, what are we seeing here, Agent Hall?
That's the vehicle that is believed to belong to Mr. Robinson arriving in the parking garage on campus.
Yeah, at what time in the morning? What time of the day?
It's approximately 8:30 in the morning.
Is believed to belong to.
Is what?
They say that's the vehicle that is believed to belong to Mr. Robinson arriving.
Okay.
That doesn't sound very certain, right?
It's just, I think you just speak with like degrees of, you're just being clear with your words, right?
Just thank you.
Yeah, it's prelim, whatever.
Okay, what are we seeing here, Agent Hall?
That's the vehicle that is believed to belong to Mr. Robinson arriving in the parking garage on campus.
Because like it could be a similar paint job or something. Maybe I don't know. I think you just speak to the.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, at what time in the morning? What time of the day?
It's approximately 8:30 in the morning on September 10th, 2025.
And what leads you to believe that this particular vehicle belongs to Mr. Robinson?
Information that was provided regards to driver's license and Department of Motor Vehicle records. The vehicle fits the description of a vehicle owned by Mr. Robinson.
Is there anything unique about that vehicle that stands out to you?
The shape of the vehicle is very distinct, but predominantly the wheels were very distinctive on this version of the vehicle.
Now what do we see?
The driver of the vehicle exits the vehicle and then walks on foot to exit the parking garage. It's the individual in the red T-shirt and the shorts and the shoes.
And do you believe you recognize who that person is?
Yes.
Who is that?
I believe that's Tyler Robinson.
All right, and where does he go from there?
He heads out of the parking garage on foot into the campus and actually goes to the quad area of the campus. At that time, he makes contact with some representatives from TPUSA.
By quad area?
Sorry, the amphitheater is what I previously referred it to.
All right. So he goes up on campus, visits the amphitheater area, the courtyard or quad.
Correct.
And then what do we see here now?
He returns on foot back to the same vehicle.
And what time is he returning back to the vehicle?
It's about 9:25 a.m.
Wait, why have we not been watching these on stream? I didn't even know this shit was happening. This is all just preliminary stuff where they're arguing over like what evidence can be admitted, what evidence shouldn't be admitted, stuff like that. I don't know what I'm sure you do other things besides evidentiary stuff, preliminary, but.
And where is this parking structure located on campus?
It's just off of Campus Drive. It's a short walk from the amphitheater.
What do we see now?
That's the vehicle exiting with Mr. Robinson driving the vehicle.
Now what do we see?
This is Mr.
Only way he's innocent is if the DA makes him put on the glove.
Mr. Robinson returning to the campus on foot from the neighborhood to the northeast.
There's literally a non-zero chance he is totally innocent, actually. I mean, I don't want to make any statements because just because everybody is so crazy in the media now and random shit gets said, but based on everything I heard, I'm pretty sure the guy's like, he did it, almost certainly, right? The only worry is that between Kash Patel tweeting out and saying so many retarded fucking things, and then them potentially botching any of the evidence or whatever else because they were so desperate to get the guy that they might have fucked up their ability to make a beyond a reasonable doubt argument to the jury. That would be the scary thing. But I don't know the chance of that because I haven't been following these preliminary hearings.
Can they get Cash on the fucking stand if they want him?
I'm not sure.
I
don't
think
know if
they
his
could, right?
statements
'Cause
would
he
be
was tweeting
admissible or if
about
any
it.
of that would matter or anything. I'm not sure.
I was curious.
You can see he's wearing the same clothing as in the previous video. And he's carrying a blue backpack.
Describe the clothing.
It's a maroon colored t-shirt with gray or olive colored shorts and then Converse shoes.
So like if he gets off, what then? I don't know. That would be insane.
He's a free man.
That would be really, 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 really bad. That would be not good.
And what time did he return to campus?
Just after 10 a.m.
And does he leave the parking structure eventually?
He does, yes.
Okay. And during this visit, do you know where he goes after he leaves the parking structure?
Yes, we were able to track
There's a
his
chance him
movements
and
on
Mandy both
campus.
get
He
off.
went to Chick-fil-A in the Sorensen building and purchased some food, sat and ate the food. Then, I'm sorry,
Where did he purchase the food from?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, you guys keep saying he has he confessed to his family or whatever. It really depends on the exact messages and it depends on what other shit he sent to his family. Like, let's say that, for instance, because we just don't know, I don't know if all of this is presented, what if this guy has made a dozen crazy claims to his family in the past? Like, I did 9/11, I'm the one who killed whatever, blah, 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 blah. And this is another one in a string of these. Who's to say, right? You know?
In the Sorensen Center.
And where is that in relation to the amphitheater or the...
Like, are you scared of revolution or something? Wait, other than the moral issue, why would it be bad? Well, because you shouldn't be assassinating people in the United States of America, bruh. That's fucking insane. What the fuck? I wouldn't want somebody to think they could go out and assassinate me and get off on it. Like, that's no, bruh. Hello? This is still the USA. We're not supposed to be killing people over politics yet. Jesus.
The courtyard.
It's kind of on the northeast side of the amphitheater. It would be on the upper back edge of the amphitheater, furthest away from where the tent was that Mr. Kirk was in.
And from there, where does he go?
From there, he moves across campus, out across Campus Drive into a wooded area on what would be kind of the northeast side of Campus Drive. Then returns back onto campus. We noticed at this point that he's no longer carrying the backpack that he was originally wearing. He moves through the Gunther building and the computer science building. And then, I'm sorry?
And then goes where?
Then goes across to the railing that gives access to the roof of the Losi building.
From there?
From there, he comes back down the stairs and walks off campus from that point.
And about what time was that he left campus that second time? Do you know?
I believe it was approximately 11 a.m. or just after, if I recall. I could verify from my notes if you need an exact time.
Yeah, if you don't mind. That'll help you remember, refer to it. Don't read it out loud. Just let me know when you've had a chance to look at that, would you? Were you able to refresh your memory as far as the time?
I was, yes.
And what time was it?
It was just prior to 11 a.m. when he walked off campus.
Okay. And before we go any further, the parking structure that he left initially, where is that parking structure in relation to the LDS Institute building?
I'm sorry, in relation to?
The LDS Institute building on campus?
I think it would be just to the north of the LDS Institute building, if I recall.
Hold on, just because I see memes, okay? Remember the OG case, if the proof don't fit, you must acquit. Seems like this guy didn't do it to me. There might be a loose shooter out there somewhere watching this case and laughing. Not good. So I think Charlie Kirk was a disgusting fucking piece of shit. It's not surprising me that people are engaged in political violence. I don't think that Charlie Kirk did politics the right way. I think this guy incited and drove people on just as much as any other motherfucker in this country, okay? But that I don't think the guy that murdered him should walk. That's crazy, okay? I don't think that guy should... That's same thing with the Luigi retard. You can't be murdering people in this country and then walking like an epic meme. That's insane. We can't survive that way.
Do you recall whether it was adjacent to the LDS Institute?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. What do we see displayed here now? Go ahead.
This is a video of Mr. Robinson returning back to campus the same way that he did previously on foot.
And this takes just a moment. And why, well, let me ask you this. You believe this is Mr. Robinson returning to campus?
I do, yes.
Okay. And why do you believe it's Mr. Robinson?
The shoes are the same, and the images that we have are...
I get your point, but it seems cruel and unusual to ban people from walking. I don't understand what that means.
From my viewing and seeing Mr. Robinson on the video, it's the same person.
He's noticeably wearing different clothing.
He is wearing different clothing, and he also is walking with a gait or a limp in this video.
With a gait or what?
A limp.
What do you say to people who actually don't think Luigi or this eye did it? What do you say to the people who actually don't think Luigi or this eye did it? Oh, this guy did it. Are you on your phone? Or is that speech to text? The eyebrows thing and planted evidence being things that are just... Everybody knows Luigi did it. They just try to meme or whatever. It's retarded.
Okay. Now what do we see?
This is Mr. Robinson coming up the stairs of the parking structure. Again, he seems to be having issues walking.
And again, were you able to track Mr. Robinson when he leaves this parking structure?
Yes, we were able to.
Okay. So when he leaves the parking structure, where does he go?
He comes up around Campus Drive, as you can see on the video here. There is a cut through there north of the Losi building, and that's Mr. Robinson coming up the sidewalk. He has the noticeable gait or limp in his walk. And then he moves south across the front of the Losi building.
On the sidewalk?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
He would be the rear of the two individuals in this particular video.
Right. So right now, if you were to break this picture into quadrants, where would he be?
He'd be in the top left quadrant, walking to the left of the image.
Now what do we see?
This is an image looking across the parking lot to the Losi building, and Mr. Robinson is appearing on...
Do you see how the don't say it spam every time political violence is brought up? You think that's all just memes or not? I mean, I don't think it's memes, but I think there's like... You have like stages of political violence stuff, right? This is like the good area. So in this place, there's no political violence. There shouldn't be political violence, and nobody should want political violence, right? Like, there's no excuse for it over here. Like, this should be like the realm of like, this is where all American politics should be taking place, to where nobody could ever feel good about political violence happening. And then you hit, I would say, this world here. This is the, I mean, I get it. Like, I understand. And I don't even know if I would necessarily criticize. Like, I understand, right? Like, truly, we should never be here. This is just unacceptable, right? We should never be in this place. And then you have, this is like the really bad area of like, we are now openly and outwardly condoning physical violence or some kind of violent activity, or participating in it, I guess, if you want to go hyper, ultra, whatever. But I think the issue with the Trump admin is they have pushed themselves like right here so much, where it's like, yeah, I mean, we definitely, like, we want to be here. We should all want to be here. But like, they've taken so many actions to push us, whether it's threatening to invade other countries, whether it's the insane forcible deportation program that they're on right now. I don't know where everybody's values are at or whatever in this country at, because it would have been ordinarily, I guess, conservatives, but no, also liberals. Like the ICE shit is a really big deal, that there were 2 American citizens that were killed, and then the feds never had to answer for that. These people were just whisked off to other states, and then there was no investigation. That's just insane. So when you're using, the thing about Republicans, though, the thing about conservatives, the reason why they can always do this weird moral high ground. Oh yeah, Donald Trump talking about we should be executing our sitting congressman. Like Trump and the Republicans have very squarely put us in this territory right here. And if you're the one putting us here, I think that your calls for peace or whatever, they ring very, very, very hollow. One of the frustrating things about conservatives, though, is conservatives can always like play this moral high ground thing because they use the state to commit their violence. And liberals like Antifa and BLM and all this shit, for however much these fucking losers want to claim that they were backed by Biden or the Clintons or whatever else, it's not really true, right? These are always independent actors, or actors that are at least not state aligned. Whereas the Republicans can use the state to do their violence. And because the Republicans are always doing their violence through the state, they can always claim that like, well, that's not right-wing violence, or that's not us or whatever. That's like, it's the government doing lawful enforcement or lawful stuff. But yeah. Like, as long as we're in this area right here, because this is what I have to think about when I stream, and then when I hear about a new shooting or whatever, like, I always have to think, like, okay, well, this guy just shot somebody, this guy assassinated somebody. Let's say that tomorrow I find out, okay, well, this guy was an avid DGGer. Is that a thing that I feel good about? Like, am I happy that somebody thinking, oh, no, probably not. No, I don't think so. So as long as I have those feelings, like, at the most, I'm like in this area where it's like, I mean, I get it. I understand why people are committing violence, but like, I'm not at the level where it's like, yeah, we should be going out and doing this. But like, as long as you're in this area, it's also hard to criticize other people who are feeling a type of way about it. Like you just, yeah. But again, it's very easy to come back from this point because you only need one side to do it. All you need is for Trump or the Republicans to be like, hey, a lot of this shit, like, is not okay. We're going to kind of like move things back into more ordinary politics. But, like when you have this fucking piece of shit, like even on the, like it's so funny. I remember 10 years ago, it was such a big deal to try to like demonetize people's YouTubes. It was such a big deal. And now, like I remember Michael Knowles, I think, a few months ago was like tweeting out that like I should be like arrested and everything. And it's like, bruh, you guys you've moved on to another, like, and so quickly too, you've moved on to another level. If you think that you can be on the right side of, not even the correct side, but like on the survival side of like any violent movement, you'll immediately capitulate all your values to them, join that side, and then call for the death or arrest or whatever of your political opponents. It's crazy how quickly that happened. So, yeah, I don't know. Not good. Not good.
The exterior staircase, which gives access to the LOSI building roof and the area where the railing was.
And again, let's break that image into quadrants. Where would he be located if you broke it into quadrants?
It's in the top right, and the individual can be seen moving under the notations that are on the video.
Okay. And what time is this?
It's just afternoon, about 12:15.
On what day?
On September 10th, 2025.
Okay. What just happened, or what did we just see happen?
The individual actually kind of rolls over the railing onto the roof of the LOSI building.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
And again, in the top left corner, the individual is now seen running across the rooftop of the LOSI building to what would be the southwest corner of the building, crouching down and then crawling to the corner of the building.
And this is at what time?
Around 12:23.
Is this the tweet you're referring to? Why can't you guys just be normal and link the X link instead of, you always have these like 20 million different weird Twitter sites? I understand if it's been deleted, but
I think the timestamp on the video is 12:22.
On the 10th.
On September 10th, yes, 2025.
So we're clear, this is the roof of the Losi building.
Correct.
Can you still see that individual?
Yes, you can, laying prone.
You believe this to be Mr. Robinson?
I'm sorry?
You believe this to be Mr. Robinson?
I do, yes.
And how long is he out there on the edge?
oh yeah, this. I would not lose sleep if Destiny were imprisoned or were deported. That's wild.
Who said that?
Michael Knowles. I'm sorry, that's just like a wild thing to say. So like when people on that side are saying stuff like this, like going back to the little graph I, drew, like if something were to happen, like how are you, I don't know, that's crazy, whatever.
It's the building.
Like I don't think, like I don't want any politically violent people to come from my community. I don't want that. It's not a thing I'd be comfortable with. It's not a thing I'd be proud of. It's not a thing I would want to take credit for. Like I think all of that would be bad. But like Jesus Christ, guys.
Until the reported shot was fired at 12:23 and 28. The individual then stands up and then moves across the building to the north.
Is that what we're seeing happening right now?
It is, yes. They move behind the atrium area on the rooftop to the northeast corner where the white triangle is.
Do you see Mr. Robinson now?
I do, yes. He's just arriving at the corner of the building, almost the top center of the image.
What are we seeing now?
Mr. Robinson lowering and jumping off of the roof of the Losi building onto the grass area, and then moving away towards Campus Drive. And he appears to be carrying some kind of an object in his hand at this time.
So he's approaching...
Okay. I'm done with my stuff. What do we got for links? What is
Alex
this?
Jones wants to gas you. Yeah, I know. I got to respond to Alex Jones. Laura Loomer is saying the same thing. They want me deported. It's so funny that we are so clearly occupied and people still fall for it. Alex Jones is falling for Elon Musk, who's literally an African migrant. He is literally an African migrant trillionaire calling for me, an American-born citizen, to get deported. Right in front of your face. You should be able to see this propaganda. What's happening? What side people are on. Elon Musk is not a Christian. Osmongold is not a Christian. I like Osmongold, respect him, and he's saying that he wants Christian values, and he's not even a Christian. And Christian values and Muslim values are almost identical. Almost exactly the same. Muslims and Christians, we believe that Jesus is the Messiah. Jesus will return. Jesus will come to save. Jesus will defeat the Antichrist. And they still side with people that believe that Jesus is burning in feces and excrement in hell. They reject the idea of the Immaculate Conception. They reject the Virgin Mary. It's so clearly in front of you.
Deport Sneako, deport Sneako, deport Sneako.
Wait, what?
The idea of the Immaculate Conception. Jesus is burning in feces and Antichrist. And they will save. Jesus will defeat the Antichrist. And they still side with people that believe that Jesus is burning in feces and excrement in hell. They reject the idea of the Immaculate Conception.
Damn, who believes Jesus is burning and dying in hell?
They reject the Virgin Mary. It's so clearly in front of you.
Deport Sneako, deport Sneako, deport Sneako, deport Sneako, deport Sneako, deport Sneako, deport.
Really?
Oh, true. Wait.
Because he lied about being the son, or what?
Oh shit! Wait, because all the Jewish books end at the end of the Old Testament. Oh damn.
Wait, did they only have the fucking crazy God?
Well, that's the same God, okay?
Well,
where? Elon Musk is an African migrant calling for me to get deported. I was born in New York City, a couple blocks from where I live now. Where would I go? So this has 8.5 million views now on one channel, probably, I don't know total. Alex Jones says deport him now. Elon Musk responds, says, yes. I respond, go back to Africa. This is my country.
Ooh.
Elon Musk, named in the Epstein files. Elon Musk, who said himself in 2025 last summer that the reason Trump is hiding the Epstein files is because he's implicated in them. Continues to work for Trump anyway. The day after he says this, or 2 days after, he shows up in the Oval Office in the White House with a black eye. Illuminati black eye humiliation ritual. And deletes the tweet, apologizes, and continues to work for Trump. So one, he's admitting that he knows Trump is implicated on the Epstein files and he doesn't care.
This is a sickness. What the fuck, bro? Our minds are being destroyed.
Oh, you can't browse anymore? Can't do a little light browsing?
I got a Red Bull, 1 sec.
While pretending to care about the grooming gangs in the UK. He doesn't even live in Europe. Obviously, people are going to say, oh, you're defending grooming gangs. No, I'm not. Obviously, this is bad academic, but the 250,000 is completely inflated. And Elon Musk, he showed you what he believes in. He does not care about innocent children. If he did, then he would not be working and campaigning for Trump when he knew that he was hidden and implicated all over the Epstein files and saying that he's covering up. People saw the email saying that he wanted to go to the island. Sounds like Epstein didn't even invite him. Epstein didn't want him there. Didn't have enough aura. But there he is at a party with Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein's bottom B word. I don't want to curse. And it's disappointing from Alex Jones. And this is what I've been telling you about controlled opposition. Alex Jones seems to have come around on a lot of issues, but he's still brainwashed. Support him now. Ironically enough, out of all these people, Elon, Alex Jones, and myself, I have the most pro-America position. Alex Jones is not pro-America. Alex Jones is against free speech. I'm exercising my right to my First Amendment, my right for free speech, my right to practice my religion. This triggers Alex Jones so much he needs me deported. He wants me out of the country. He doesn't want democracy. He doesn't want Western values. He doesn't want discourse. He wants me deported out of my own country. The real American position is saying, have free speech, have discourse, have democracy. They don't want it. C-Pain, thank you for the 20 gifted. Because they want a shekel from Elon Musk, publicly saying that he's a trillionaire. They LARP and act like he's a genius, like he's the smartest person ever because he makes a rocket ship and he is dressed up like the Baphomet. Do you remember when he first bought X and he had his profile picture was him in that Halloween costume with an upside-down cross? Baphomet, Antichrist rhetoric. They just want a shekel. They want approval. They want to join the Matrix. They want to be part of that cabal because it's tempting. Financially. And then, again, they're going to say that I'm a grifter, that I'm chasing clout. When, in fact, like these are the people that are openly chasing clout the most because if they were actually against the system, they wouldn't side with this trillionaire who's directly responsible for the largest wealth gap in the history of this country by far. The average person can't afford rent the same way they could before.
I am certain I am missing a piece today. Come on, bro. Fine. I have extra pieces. It's fine. I have extra pieces from every other fucking.
What?
Surely I'll be able to color match it. Surely.
Uh-oh. The Scott Jennings guy. I spoke to my old friend Mitch McConnell this morning, the senior senator from Kentucky. He's still recovering in the hospital. We talked for just shy of 20 minutes about Iran, Ukraine, the unfolding situation in Maine, my visit to the TR Presidential Library, and even a little bit of Senate history. Why the even if this was true, why the fuck would you call a dying dude and be like, can we chat about Ukraine? What? Fucking retarded.
I replied and let him know Adam Mockler owns him.
Nice. True, Jesus.
Allegations.
I'm starting to hate my HD 600s, but I don't know where to go from here. Why?
How?
Okay, what?
I have HD 650s. This is the best headset I've ever had in my life.
What is going on? I feel like Mizkif... Or what's going on?
He's losing it. Can't do a rug pull anymore?
Did he do a rug pull? Or what are you talking about?
No, he's doing some weird investing thing on Twitter.
Oh.
Where he's getting all of his
Showing
viewers to
you.
like invest with him.
I don't know what he's even... Oh, wait, he's still suing Emiru for defamation or whatever, right?
Yes, that's still going.
Okay. I don't know what the point... Everybody running to the lawyers and everything is so cringe. Like, for civil litigation, the thing you're trying to get back the most is... I mean, it's basically money, right? Like, it's usually what you're suing people for, or retractions or whatever else. But the problem is that, especially as a streamer and a public figure, you are, like, your reputation and everything is on the line and is actively being affected while the litigation is ongoing. So it's like, you're suing somebody to hope to make yourself whole, in a year or 2 years or 3 years? But what's happening in the meantime? I just don't understand. I don't know, whatever.
Protected.
Especially when it might not even matter for this in particular. Like, I don't even know I'm not sure what he's litigating with Emiru. What was her strongest claim? Like, even her claim at the time seemed... Fuck, I'm trying to remember. That he was just kind of, like, obsessive about her and that he, like, slammed doors in the apartment.
I felt like she was alluding to, like, that he raped her.
I don't know about rape, but I feel like the way that she alluded was so fucking... weak that it sounded like bullshit immediately to me, even. I don't know. Like, it just sounded like an unhealthy kind of, like, mutually back and forthly kind of obsessively weird relationship thing, kind of. I don't know. That's kind of
sounded fucked.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I got a ton of shit open. What is this? Ryan Grimm had the absolute worst pro-Platner take when he said that he was glad that Platner won because it was supposedly forcing progressives to confront bigotry against white men, and compared it to people coming out to address homophobia. What?
Talking about this for a long time, and
it's a flip side of back in the early 2010s,
yeah,
and 2000s, when the gay rights movement.
What was this recorded on to make this look so fucked? How is this even possible? Is this guy like holding his phone or what?
Was gaining steam. What
the Barney Frank argument?
What people discovered, is that you've got a gay uncle. You actually, once people started coming out of the closet.
The Andrew Sullivan argument.
Yeah, once people started coming out of the closet, like, oh, that guy's gay. I love that guy. He's great, and my life is fine around him. This is the reverse for liberals. It's like, this is a white guy, and he's actually pretty nice.
A big burly combat vet.
Big burly combat vet.
It did end up working for Depp vs. Heard, no? Lawsuit to change public perception? Really? Did Johnny Depp ever really make a comeback?
Someone you could see with Joe Rogan.
And he's fine. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Like, the current cultural divorce between kind of progressives and white men is so, like, stark that it's just culturally, morally, ethically.
What has he been in since... Shut up. What was the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial thing? Was it around like 2020, I'm guessing? 2019, 2020? Oh, 2022. Okay. Oh, I guess that fits here. I mean... it seems like his career kind of fell off a fucking cliff. What do you mean he made a comeback? Because people say nice things about him on Reddit or Twitter now? Or maybe in television? No. Nope. Video games? Nope. Theme parks? Nope. Documentaries? Nope. I don't know what the fuck this is. He's starring in the next Pirates.
Is that even confirmed?
He came back in public perception. That's about it. You're proving my point, though. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, let's say that you do your lawsuit and you win in 2 or 3 years or whatever. Like, what do you gain for it? You've nuked your career in the meantime. This is my point. Like, even if you come out and you win, people are like, oh, he won his lawsuit. It's like, okay. But but everything's already kind of like fucking ruined, you know? Yes, I'm agreeing with you. Well, fuck you. Turing Quantrix. What a dumb fucking name. You sound like a cereal that they try to market to kids with glasses. Fucking nerd. Yeah, that's right.
One.
That's right.
So a little bit after.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
You have to identify why that happened. Okay? Analysis does not equal in
God, is that a Marxist word? Like analysis, Marxist analysis, and analysis. I'm trying to remember if this is, I feel like I've heard in the past, but I don't know if it's like exclusively that, or if this is why he's like. I feel like I've heard him shove this fucking word into everything he does. Analysis, 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 analysis. Are you saying your career is over? No, because I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. Okay.
Analysis does not equal endorsement. You have to identify why that happened. If you simply say, my least favorite characters in the establishment, or my least favorite characters that are anti-establishment content creators are the reason why this guy fucking won, you're a moron. Okay? Why is no one taking this shit seriously? I know why a lot of people on the internet want to score cheap political points by using a real instance of rape to do a gotcha moment. But what I cannot comprehend is...
Dude, it is so shameless to me, the fucking switch up. The shamelessness is what I just can't abide. Even seeing that, the reason why I included that Pisco picture on that one, where you fucking the picture of the owl, was because these people always try to act like when they're on the losing end, they become the most dispassionate, apolitical, reasonably minded people in the world. But then as soon as they're winning, it's like all of the finger waving, all of the hand wringing, all of the moral high roading, and it's like, oh my God, bruh.
Is why serious people who are supposed to be serious analysts are not looking at the situation and recognizing the changes.
I don't know. I hate the way he talks now. I don't know if I can't tell if he's reading something, but I can't even emulate it. He does this thing now where every single time he's about to go on some kind of tirade, it's almost like he has prepared notes for what he's going to say. This is why every single time you look at his stream, there's always all of these new things that are happening, but he's always repeating the same points over and over again. It's almost like there is some kind of prepared thing. Analysis, actively. Oh my God, I've noticed this so much now, and it's driving me crazy.
But what I cannot comprehend is why serious people who are supposed to be serious analysts are not looking at the situation and recognizing the changes that have taken place within the base of support for the Democratic Party. Okay?
I don't think he spoke like this in the past. I could be wrong, but I feel like I've never noticed this before. Some of these were so bad, bro. I saw this one.
Democrats and Republicans in the country were on Epstein Island. It seems the only thing the party establishments can agree on is a love of Jeffrey Epstein and a hatred of me. I'm Graham Platner, and I approve this message because together we will take back our government from the...
I mean, that's beast mode, to be like, everyone who hates me is a pedophile. He's running the most, they're calling this the most Hasanabi campaign of all time, okay?
Yeah, you stole my fucking tweet.
What do you mean?
I tweeted that before you.
I saw it on the subreddit,
same
so
thing.
Fuck you.
Well, I stole it from them. True. The only thing he's stolen is my heart.
Wow.
Thank you, Steven. There you go. Okay, Liga was right again. I was wrong.
Who was right about what?
I wasn't missing a piece. I'm just retarded.
Good one. Ken Paxton reportedly voted in 6 elections using an address where he allegedly did not live, despite warning Texans against illegal voting. Wow. That's he's just trying hard. Okay.
Can't vote anymore?
How is his tweet different from describing what's morally good? It's not prescribing that behavior destiny. Wait, what? Also, this isn't really that big of a deal. It would depend, obviously, on I guess maybe if it played out in particular ways, but like if he moved, you know, like down the street or to a different neighborhood and he didn't update his voter thing, I don't know. It's that big of a deal.
It's a huge deal. Stop running defense for these retards.
True. They would make it a huge deal.
Yeah, they would. This guy illegally voted 5 times is what I'm reading.
6 times. Let me know if my Graham Platner apology is debasing and self-flagellating enough. What the fuck is this? Was this guy a massive Platner simp or whatever? I got so triggered yesterday when Pisco was like, I'm gonna proactively defend Hutch now against everybody. And I'm like, for what? Like acting like people were gonna be going in on Hutch for the... Oh my god.
Yeah, it was fucking cringe.
Oh my
cringe. What do you want me
fucking
to say?
god. Kill me. Whatever. Hold on. Let me pull
Breaking
out my
news?
black friends to defend me here.
And
Hasan shouting out Shonda Black, FD Signifier, and Chris Rabb, and his own fans again for being right about Platner from the jump. They were valid in their skepticism.
Yahoo complains.
Wait, real quick. Does anybody have that clip of the Shonda Black guy saying they should have killed my family or whatever?
Your family?
Yes.
USMT loss after Trump touch. Platner, Stevens debate later. Reacts are back. Twitch.tv/Hasanabi.
Thoughts on adopting a negative inference to anyone who went after the Platner truthers? What is a Platner truther? Thank you, Super Koi.
Do we have a... you add that you ruin... Did I say Platner? Oh my god. I got Platner on the mind. Shit. Jesus Christ. Good call, chatters. Not Platner. Yeah, Graham Platner. Graham Platner is now... Graham Platner is now running in Michigan. He's going to ruin another fucking Senate race.
I debated Sneako on the street an hour ago. How'd I do? We'll check it out.
I stopped watching Styles Monsters and podcast episodes of this. Anyway, no socials banner. You've changed. Boom. It's back. You're early today? Yeah. So we're going to do FD Victory Lap. Not even the FD Victory Lap. We're going to watch the FD video about Graham Platner.
It's so shameless.
We're gonna watch that, and I'm gonna do a special. I'm gonna do a special call out to all the people that I talk to both publicly and also talk to in private about my disagreements on my assessment on the main race. But yeah, big shout out to FD Signifier. Big shout out to Shonda Black, especially, who was day one. Was a day one. I'm not with this shit. Big shout out to a lot of the Hasan Abihez who were skeptical on the Platner tip. No shout outs to the fucking third worldists who were up my asshole being like every troop should be murdered. You know, obviously we can have reasonable disagreements, and it's important to understand what we identified as support versus what degree of support. Turns out Platner was a little too on brand for appealing to the hogs. Yeah. But yeah, Chris Rabb, even AOC, even the Chapo guys weren't high on him. It doesn't matter. They've been literally saying that me and the Chapo guys were like the #1 defenders of Graham Platner, that we endorsed them and we were unbelievably supportive of Graham Platner. Yeah, shout out to Oni Spumoni.
He was.
We'll get into that. Textures on that.
Really? He was, Moten.
That was his man's.
Really?
Oh my god, bro. How can anybody care about this Graham Platner thing when there's a genocide going on?
True.
Come on, guys.
When he's
finally
DGGer debated Sneako. Why does he? Oh my God, Sneako.
I never went to the White
That's
House.
a lie. You were at an inauguration.
I went to the inauguration. I wasn't invited to the White House.
You were wearing the MAGA hat at the inauguration celebration. No?
When he said no new
You're
wars.
in DC.
If he stayed consistent, I never went to the White House. I never went to the White House.
You're wearing, I don't know the White House, where the inauguration was, next to all the Trump
He
supporters.
said no. He said he was going to. He said he was going to stop no new wars. I voted for him in 16. That's the time I voted for Trump. In 2024, he said he was not going to start a new war.
After the Muslim ban. After he said he wanted a Muslim ban, you wore the MAGA hat.
Biden was the one who started in front of the Gaza war. Left, right, they're both bad. I'm not changing the topic. The point is, if they lie and if they start wars after they said no new wars, that's wrong. But we can only vote for.
I would appreciate it if you admitted you were wrong for wearing the MAGA hat after the Muslim ban.
Obviously it was. He lied to us.
But he said he called for a Muslim ban and you still wore the MAGA hat and like still rocking it.
Yeah, he lied.
You don't admit
He lied.
wrong?
Of course. Look, am I happy with what he's doing?
Yeah.
He's owned by them, 100%. But we have to vote for people that say they're going to do the best thing. If he says no new wars, I gotta hope he's doing the right thing.
I made my point. I made my point.
1, 2, 3. Fuck BB. 1, 2, 3. Fuck BB. Fuck BB.
You understand though? We have to hold politicians accountable for their work.
Yeah, but you were supporting him, so.
Of the two, he was one saying.
2020, not his last one. You said 2016 you voted for him.
2020.
You were wearing the MAGA hat.
I didn't vote in 2020 either. I voted.
Yeah, but you were still wearing the hat at
2020.
At the inauguration party.
2020, I wasn't. This was before I voted. I wasn't with Jake Paul.
All those people.
That's not true. Pull it up. I know I was Jake Paul at the White House. Jake Paul. Pull it up right now. Hold up.
You were in Washington.
No, I didn't.
How long ago was this you the MAGA hat on?
That's in New York. That's in New York.
How long ago was that?
That was for the 24 election.
24 election. Yeah, you're wearing a MAGA hat.
This is in New York. This is in New York.
I couldn't find that.
Like I said 5 times. Yeah, you were mistaken. When he said no new wars, bro.
What year is it right now? 2026?
This is when he said no new wars. I just said this 5 times. I have nothing to lie about.
Free Palestine.
Okay, good job.
Pretty good. I'm gonna give you a 4 out of 5.
Wow. Emiru Mizkif claim, since you forgot what it was, 2 times it.
A week after this breakup, he asked to come over to my house and talk from closure. He came to my house and I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying, without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or like, you know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy, but like I just felt this pressure, like I had to try to keep things together, if that makes sense.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
What do you want him to say?
It's just like, I don't know. They just seem dumb. I don't know. What do you want me to say? What is this? A cargo 737 heading to Karachi, Pakistan has possibly crashed. Maybe just landed on an aircraft carrier. He never wished harm on Destiny.
My Twitter mentions going crazy, but the weirdest part is like I never wished harm on Destiny. You know what I mean? And so I think they made it. They took the here. I'll play the clip. I think they took the censored part where I censored myself and were like, "Oh, he's wishing harm on Destiny." But like I categorically, you know what I mean? When I censor myself, I don't say anything. Chat. Spoiler alert.
Okay, funny, hilarious, epic. What was the video?
Just goes out and just says the N-word, which is not a surprise because he said the N-word on stream with his own face. Can somebody just like, it would just be so easy to just, it would solve all of our problems. Like we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if somebody just went out of their way and it would be so easy. This is what happens when you don't kill every single slave owner after slavery. They have children, and their children have children, and their children have children, and then their children have accidents that should have ended up on a sock, and it becomes Destiny. That's what you get. That's what you get.
I got banned for 7 days, by the way, for a joke threat against Mutin's family, by the way.
You don't murder every single slave owner, every single Ku Klux Klan member, and they have children, and those children have
What? No, nothing. He got nothing for this. Nothing happened for this.
accidents that should have been aborted. You get destiny. Just goes out and just says the N-word, which is not a surprise. He said the
Literally every military person in this room has turned their back to the commander-in-chief while he wanders around like a guy at the prom who no one wants to dance with.
Nice medal. It's not bad.
Aww. It's lonely at the top, guys.
That's a great job. Great job. Great job, fellas.
Fuck, hold on. This was Faraj's £5 million gift by a cryptocurrency billionaire. It may have been laundered money. You have to. There must be some tax you pay on receiving a gift too, right? Uh-oh.
Breaking news?
The U.S. has officially revoked the sanctions waiver that allowed Iran to resume oil exports.
No.
The move severs one of the key elements of the ceasefire agreement following Iranian attacks on ships in the Strait of Hormuz. What? What?
Come on, bro.
Erdogan,
Trump had a deal.
Erdogan clutches a wandering Trump's arm to guide him around.
And leaders, whoever they are, I'm staying out of this.
Right.
And then they rocketed Turkey a couple of times. So now they said, and they've said some negative things about the Turkish leader at the Ayatollah's funeral, the never-ending funeral he's on. So they said something negative about Turkey. So he kind of risked that alliance for the president.
What was it? 220 pounds, right?
Yeah.
220 pounds.
6'2", 6'5"?
No, not 6'5".
It was something small, or not small. Sorry, it was something tall.
6'3"? Is Trump really 6'3"?
Oh, he probably fucking lies, man. You think he's 220 pounds? I gotta.
Well, the doctor said he was 220 pounds. 220 pounds. It's because of all of the bulletproof vests they've got to put on him. You know? What is this? Fucking true. I would like to remind people that my op-ed, Graham Platner is a golden god and I will personally wash his feet and anoint him with oils at his coronation, was merely a piece of political analysis and shouldn't be viewed as any sort of advocacy. True.
What, we can't like a candidate anymore?
No, it's not that they liked him. They were talking about how he could be liked, Mooten. Okay. Huge difference, you fucking idiot. Okay. When I come back after, I would think no more Hasan SLOP. God, we've done so much today.
Well, be honest. Do you think Asmund knows
Got our meetings.
Single thing that I just explained to you?
Maybe, but the thing about Asmund, he does have a memory that, like, if he sees something, he'll remember it. Like, he has like a photographic memory. So I don't know.
There is fucking 0% chance that he knows a single damn thing that I just mentioned to you.
I mean, he's talking about
Wait, that's about what? Hold on.
Well,
be honest. Do you think Asmund knows a single thing that I just explained to you?
Maybe, but the thing about Asmund, he does have a memory that, like, if he sees something, he'll remember it. Like, he has like a photographic memory. So I don't know.
There is fucking 0% chance that he knows a single damn thing that I just mentioned to you.
I mean, he's talking about it all day. So what's he talking about then? He must
He's
know.
just fucking rehashing whatever he's seen on Twitter and then grokking it.
As opposed to Hasan, who engages in so much novel research. What?
I don't know. I think he might know. One of these days, you and him have to have a conversation.
I would love that. I
don't want to be there, but I think,
balls in his court. Balls in his court.
You know, I really do.
Also, people can talk. They can just talk out of their ass.
I mean, he's good. You and him both. And that's why I put you guys in S tier. You guys have the ability to talk about things and keep people interested more than most people. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't deny that. You keep people interested.
I guess I'm not denying that I can do that. I just think that, being able to entertain people is one thing, and then being able to educate them is an entirely different thing.
Oh my God. I don't even know if I use that terminology. I'm here to educate you guys. God, fuck, bro. That's a big one.
I think Asmongold's doing a whole lot of education, doing a lot of maybe entertainment by leaning into people's perceived biases, like perceived notions of the world, by telling them, things are bad because trans people exist. Video game titties are smaller. You need to vote for Donald Trump. He's great. Israel is a wonderful country. Things like that.
Gotta get Israel in there.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I listen to you, I listen to him, and when it comes to like absorbing information, there's a reason why I was a 3.0 student, not a 4.0 student.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I'm the educator here.
True. Brianna Wu in Destiny's outfit, Progressive Victory, tweeted out a story saying the Platner replacement is abusive, then finds it may not be accurate but only issues the correction of the replies. Is anyone paying this org to help them with elections? Because Jesus Christ. I like how PV went from a Destiny-funded Zio project to they abandoned me because I was a loser and got co-opted by Hasan of the Tankies, which was based. And then now, because they started being pro-Ukraine, now they're like, actually, it is still a Destiny-owned Zio project, and I guess Hasan just got duped into doing that event with them. Like, okay. $1,100 likes. The Russian bots are out strong today.
Strong they are.
Hasan attempts to separate himself from his past support of Graham Platner. I've never asked anyone to donate to Platner, nor have I ever campaigned with him, LMAO. What the F is this hallucination? Do you think people will sue when they find out that they donated to this organization? It's a harassment op for a Zionist sex pests cult. I pay them $100 for every anti-Hasan tweet, by the way. Abdul El-Syaed has insisted he never called for defunding police and said deleted tweets were taken out of context, but new audio shows that in 2020 he defended the idea in interviews saying, I believe that we do need to defund the police. Uh-oh. Imagine clicking the link to this and being able to find the audio. Is Syria low-key Western aligned now? Well, I imagine, right? If Assad is gone, right? The thing that sucks about Syria is that I don't know that much, just light history. Is my understanding was like prior to the collapse, this was like a decently well-educated state with like a lot of like really talented, intelligent people that like did a lot of like, it wasn't like, I know that we think of like every Middle Eastern country as just a bunch of people living in caves or whatever, but the Civil War really fucked that country up like hardcore. Not good. Civil War, not good.
Really? You don't think the Civil War in America was good?
No. We should have never had slavery in the first place. Insane footage of the Huanggang, China tornado as it was crossing over the Yanglan Lake. Ahmed al-Shara, my goat, is rebuilding the country and is aligning himself with the West, and he even met with Macron yesterday. Nice.
Apparently there was a failed assassination attempt on Macron there.
Where?
Syria, I think? That's where he was?
Damn. Did you see the Tyler Robinson trial started? No, I don't think it has started. I'm pretty sure they're just doing preliminary stuff.
It's preliminary. That guy's retarded.
Preliminary. Okeechobee, Florida man shoots another man during argument. Charged with murder.
That was his son.
What? Okay. These people look crazy. I'm good on that.
Yeah, that's our content, man.
Somebody earlier said that the comments on this were crazy. Okeechobee. Okeechobee? Who is Graham Platner? Inside Democrats' riskiest Senate race 1 month ago. This is about who the people of Maine want representing them, not who the Democratic Party establishment wants to represent them. The media wants this story to be a much bigger deal than it actually is. The idea of a senator who won't take bribes is terrifying to the donors who run this country and to the news companies they control. The vocal fry in this video is sending me. Oh, this is the full interview with the guy. The people who found him or whatever. This guy's... I don't like to bully people's voices, but holy shit. This shit is unbelievable to me. Legitimate Graham Platner, not a part of DSA. SA allegations drop. Not a part of DSA. Whew. Leftists, abhorrent. He needs to be replaced immediately. Centrist liberals, fuck DSA, focus on Piker, fuck Ryan Graham, fuck Zoran Mamdani, and fuck the Maine voters. It is crazy how much these people will wield their candidates as weapons, and then as soon as they shatter, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my God.
Which guy?
Get the fuck out of here.
I never knew that guy.
And that's how you know that. And that's how you know that our politics are currently in hell. Again, I'm not trying to downplay what happened with Graham here and the allegations. The allegations are serious, and there's evidence, and they're certainly way more credible than the previous ones. But I just wish that we can get our politics to a place where you also see this kind of a reaction when it comes to genocide, and I think we all need to ask ourselves why that's not already the case.
Oh my God.
Wait, what did he say?
It comes to genocide, and our politics to a place where you also see this kind of a reaction when it comes to genocide, and I think we all need to ask ourselves why that's not already the case.
He is so full of shit. This fucking guy, I swear to God. Again, this was him. This was him.
He
like 4
actually
weeks
did
ago.
the meme.
What's undeniable is that Fifield is an anti-Palestinian, racist, and bigot. That is absolutely undeniable. Okay, so then Graham goes out and does an event. Well, guess what? The people seemingly in Maine have his backwatch.
Yikes. Do you guys understand the sheer volume of receipts that are out there? It is overwhelming. It's like, where do you even begin? It's like when I got access to the Snarker logs, and it's like fucking 500,000 pages. Like, where do I even begin? There's just dozens of receipts of just the worst aged clip.
Listen to him. It raised over $200,000 since the standing ovation. Midas Touch says a standing ovation for Graham Platner as rally in Bar Harbor, Maine. Platner's campaign announced that it raised over $200,000 since the publication of the New York Times smear piece. They say that's more than any day since Janet Mills suspended her campaign. You're only firing up Democratic voters more. That's all you're doing. Somebody knows exactly what the fuck this is. Okay. Here's
Zionist smear. That's what it is.
Here's David Brooks, the so-called centrist. He goes out there and calls Graham Platner a, quote, moral degenerate. Listen to him.
You guy's a moral degenerate. You know,
Yesterday, the reason why Kucklinsky wasn't tweeting much was because he was trying to dig up every single possible thing he could on this woman to see if he could tie her to Israel at all.
the abuse of women, the sexting, the Nazi tattoo. I don't even need to say anything beyond his Reddit posts.
The flustered nature with which he speaks, I so fiercely identify with. He's flustered, you know? He's like, what the fuck? And that was the correct attitude. That was the correct response.
Okay, so as
you know,
here's David Brooks, the so-called centrist.
100%. 100%. This guy is a moral degenerate. And do you know what?
Damn, degenerate.
I didn't even mention
Oh, well,
this
to be
yet,
fair, I
but,
didn't read all
you know
those
what
Reddit
really
posts,
grinds my
but
fucking gears was the people that were coming in and coming into my stream when I was talking shit about Platner, and my tweets when I was talking shit about Platner. People were like, you know what? You need to allow some grace. Okay, people can change. Okay, it's okay to do bad things. I believe in redemption. And it's like, when did Platner take accountability for this shit? Like, actual accountability for this shit. You know, the cheating thing, which like that was one. Whatever. Sorry, I'm repeating myself.
Calls Graham.
What? This guy follows me. Who is this guy? My raping days are behind me. Time to become a politician. Jesus. Really? That Emma video yesterday looked like a hostage video. True. Haley Stevens attacks
rank these.
Abdul El-Syaed's thing. I can do it in an hour and a half. What is this? Oh yeah, save it. Make a tier list. Jesus Christ, the fuck is this?
Who's your meeting with? Can you say or no?
No.
Rip.
Oh, I can tell you. There you go. The context is that he insulted her intelligence last week and said she isn't capable of stringing 2 sentences together. Ouch. Did he really say that? Damn. Do you agree with Moot's take that there is no such thing as a bad burger? There's no way Moot said that.
I don't. Well, no, I don't think there's. I think the worst burger would be palatable.
Like, you mean like the median worst like fast food burger, but not like a fucked up one, right?
What do you mean a fucked up one? I guess.
Like one that's like nasty undercooked, or one where.
Okay, obviously undercooked can't happen, but if it's super overcooked, I think it would be fine too.
Really?
Yeah. How can you fuck up? It's just meat, bun, cheese, and then like some condiments. Like at its worst, it's you can eat it, and it'll be good.
Overcooked beef, I feel it can be kind of fucked. No.
But it's a burger.
Okay. Oh, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. 30 years, cattle country. Okay, he's from Ohio. Okay, they eat tacos
It's a
and
burger, man.
I don't even know what they eat up there. Okay, it's a different world. So he might actually believe that. I'm sorry, guys.
When I worked at Wendy's, this fucking retard came through the drive-thru and asked for a medium rare.
They do that sometimes, yeah.
What a fucking moron, man. I put the random fucking burger in the bag, and then he's already gone, so who cares?
Fuck him. What the fuck is this? Who's writing a fucking play on X? Why the fuck was I linked this? Okay. Genuinely, what the fuck is wrong with progressive victory? Good one.
Did you know there's a city in the United States where if you're not black, you are not welcome? Not because anyone will stop you, but because you'll instantly be the only one there. It's the only place where nearly 100% all residents are black, making it one of the most historically significant black communities in the entire country. But the shocking part? This city is fully self-governed. It operates its own hospital, bank, and almost all key positions are currently held by highly skilled black professionals only.
What? Why is it a common left strategy to avoid racist conversations? What?
But here's where it gets even crazier. At one point, the city hit a 100% high school
Minnesota.
graduation rate, something almost no city in America has ever achieved. But unfortunately, 2025 households are only earning around $25,000 a year, roughly $2,100 a month. But the cost of living is extremely low. Homes often sell for under $60,000, and many families pay less than $500 a month to live comfortably.
Okay.
We're not gonna need to know where it is?
I don't care. What the fuck is this? Political commentator Jackson Hinkle caught leading Down with USA chant in Tehran.
Down with USA! Down with USA!
Yeah, you can revoke his citizenship.
Down with USA! Down with Zionists! Down with Zionists! Down with USA! Down with Israel! Down with Israel! Down with USA! Down with Zionists!
Okay. Fuck this guy. Whatever.
That's a song in a few years, man.
Yeah. This is at Khamenei's funeral tour. Wasn't Hinkle the guy that pretended none of the online shit was real when you met him in person? Yes. Over the Adriana drama? Oh my god. Alright, I'll be back in an hour. Be careful.
Have a good one.
Don't die.